do we think that individual slates should actually disclose their campaign finance donors to the campaign prior to the election, and should it be transparent and open to everybody? We're going to start with Michelle and then Jackie.
I certainly have no problem with that. I think that's up to each individual candidate. I can say it's myself who's funding it and my mother. So that's who funds my campaigns. But I think it's up to each individual candidate running who, if they would like to disclose their donations and who's funding their campaign beforehand. I think it's, again, all about transparency. And I think really it shouldn't be anything that anyone has an issue with. So.
Thank you, Michelle. Jackie?
I think it's in the public's best interest for us to know who pays for who when the campaigns are running. I'm posting mine as I get them or as I'm able to get them up online. I'm not like a huge budget person, so it's not like I have any secrets, but I think people vote based on who they think the candidates are going to support. And when you get a lot of money from one industry or a lot of money from certain people, you want to know who those people are before you make that vote so that you know who your candidate's going to support at the table, you or that person.
Okay, thanks, Jackie. Clint? I'm going to go down.
Thanks, Clint Lee. Yeah, I absolutely agree that that needs to be disclosed. The only reason why we haven't and chose not to disclose this year is because it's an uneven playing field. I respect the privacy of our donors, and if other candidates aren't going to disclose or not required to do so, then I'm not going to jeopardize the privacy of our donors. Taking it a step further, what I think we really have to do, and what we've done as a party, is say no to corporate donations, no to donations from unions, and no to donations from registered societies, because we don't want to feel that we owe them any duty. We owe the duty to you, the taxpayers. Moving forward, what we'd like to see is caps on donations as well, cap spending. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Zosia, then Kim.
Zosha Ettenberg. As a new candidate to the political field, I knew that we were going to be disclosing the donations by a certain date. My donations keep coming in, so I'm not quite sure how you can disclose them before. But certainly, if there was a way of doing it, I would be only too pleased to do so.
Thank you, Kim.
I agree. It should definitely be disclosed as they come in. But I think there's two corollary questions that need to come up too. Question number one is how much in advance of an election is a candidate collecting money and from who? And question number two, how many candidates go after an election and collect money and from who?
Life isn't easy, is it? Life is not easy.
Patrina Arneson. During this election, I've had some very serious concerns about conflict of interest, and I don't think that this is something that's really received a lot of public attention. I think that people need to consider before they're voting who the special interest group is that that person or groups might be representing. And I feel that this is a really big concern, and we could partially address it if we knew beforehand who these individuals were that were giving money, and also that that money should be capped, and I don't take any money from developers.
Thanks, Katrina. Kevin?
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin Mitchell. Some people have said that an election is won by how many signs you put up. Anybody that's bought a sign costs a lot of money. I can tell you that it's important to get the word out. I personally think that Whistler had the right idea. Don't post any signs at all. But that said, it takes a lot of money to run a campaign. I do not have a donate button on my website. When I get money from my friends, family, and others, I take it with pride, with respect, and with humility, because I know that's hard-earned money that they're putting into my pocket for my decisions to put out. But I want to thank everyone for not taking corporate donations, those that did not, and I'd be happy to post my information. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. If you can be as quick as possible, because nearly everybody wants to talk to this.
Thank you, David Davis. I have no problems on either way, before or after. I think that there is, I get this feeling that there could be a payback. Sorry, if you give me $1,000 or $500, there's a bit of a payback thing. The only person I'd like to keep my financial, how much I spend on, is my wife.
Scott.
I agree with Dave Davis on that. Unfortunately, I can't keep things from my wife because she knows exactly what I'm spending. I do believe that there has to be the release of all the information, because if people are putting money to a public figure or a public entity, that information should be out there to the public to see. And it should be at least 2 weeks prior to the election, so you know exactly who's putting the money out to whom.
Thanks, Scott. Patricia.
Hi, Patricia Lassard. I'm very proud with my campaign that it's sort of been grassroots, and I've had people actually contributing $10, $20, $30 to be participants in the process. One of the things that I find, and there should be transparency in it, because that gives you an idea where the money is coming, who they may be beholden to. I find it hard, some of these people may find it hard to be independent for voting on development if they have been being supported by developers.
Thank you very much. And the last question, have you been before Dave on this one? Okay, well, it's going to be Steve first, then Dave.
Yes, I like that idea, no signs, because I've recycled an awful lot of my signs, and I had to put the stamp on this time. I got a stamp all over myself and the signs. My son isn't very happy with me because I'm using his truck and I'm throwing signs in the back and everything else, so that's another thing. Disclosure, I'm my own financial agent, so I have to do, as before, have to respect the privacy of those who donated, but they will legally be reported 90 days after the election as well, and that's under the Elections Act. So I certainly understand the challenge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Dave Stark, I will gladly reveal my donations, nothing to hide. There's nothing significant there. I went very public when I announced, nothing from developers, nothing for lobby groups that would hold me accountable or to them whatsoever. I also hear the comment right from the beginning from some candidates, this is all new to me, relatively new to me, and you need a lot of money to run a campaign. No, I don't think so. I talked earlier about if there's a will, there's a way. If there's creativity and a desire to do it. I'm the one that's got 200 donated potato sacks screened that you're seeing around. Thank you. I have no financial advisor. I have no team.
It's amusing, Dave, but there's a red sign up here. You're out of time.
The applause wasn't accounted for.
I know it was good applause, but I didn't count that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Last question to Serena at the end here.
My name is Serena. I have questions for you. Would you vote for because some candidates, there are signs, enormous signs. Would you vote because of the sign or not? No? That's what I heard. You're not vote for the sign, no? That's great. I don't have not even one sign, so that's good to hear.
You're relieved to hear the answer to that, then, I'm sure. Okay, thank you very much, and thanks, everybody.